have you been to a concert before? Was it a good or a bad experience? I'll tell you about a recent interesting experience I had. It was my husband's birthday in early May, and I heard Coldplay was coming to Stamford, and so I bought tickets as a birthday present. Unfortunately, I didn't find out about this concert until the only tickets that were left were resale tickets. And as you can imagine, they were pretty pricey. So we didn't ask anyone to go with us. We didn't want to, I felt too guilty asking anyone to pay resale prices. The day of, it was just the two of us. We left our house around 3 p.m. and we got to Palo Alto about 4:45. And as we were trying to make our way to the parking lot, we got stuck. And I was really mad at Google Maps because we could have taken a right before and missed this traffic, that it didn't tell us to do that. So we got stuck trying to go a block for almost an hour. And finally we were able to go right, and we made our way to our parking lot. And I asked one of the parking attendants, which gate should we go to? And they said, well, there's a gate for floor seating, or floor standing room only, and then stadium seating. And so we went to where the stadium seating line was supposed to be, and it is like a mile long. So we walk to the very, very back and get in line, and everyone that comes after us is having the same conversation. They're like, this can't be the line, but it is. And we're moving very slowly. We can hear the opening act playing. We didn't mind missing it because it was someone we didn't know. It was 80 degrees out, so it was a little uncomfortable, kind of warm. And after waiting about an hour in line, a guy comes walking up and says, hey, there's an open line with open gate with no line. And I'm like, where were you before? Why are you just now telling us this? So we decide to chance it. We go to this new gate, and sure enough, there's hardly a line. And we get up to the bag inspection, and they say my crossbody bag is like an inch too big to go into the stadium. Sure. And we had already walked back by the bag check, and it was also a crazy long line. So my husband's like, I'm just gonna run back to the car. Well, he gets about to the parking lot when he realizes he left the car key with me. So he comes back, gets the car key, runs back to the car. By the time he's back at the new gate, now there's a line. And so we wait in the line, finally get through, and we make it through, and we go up to our seating section, and I said, hey, I've got to eat, I'm starving. And so instead of sitting down, we try to go find food, and guess what? There's a line for food. And so we wait, I think 20 or 30 minutes to order, and then they make us wait 20 minutes to get the food. And we had ordered a Polish dog because it was supposed to be easy and fast. And when we finally get up to get our order, the guy literally opens a drawer and pulls out the Polish dog. And I'm like, oh, you couldn't have given us this when we ordered it? I mean, we were so hangry at this point. And I was so glad in this moment that it was just the two of us, because we were barely containing our own emotions. I couldn't have handled anyone else's emotions. So at about 8 o'clock, we finally sit down. It's been 5 hours since we left our house. We finally sit down, we scarfed down our Polish dog, and Coldplay and Chris Martin comes out. And while our pre-concert experience has been terrible, Coldplay is amazing live. Chris Martin sounds exactly like himself. I don't know if you've been to concerts and you hear the person, they don't sound very good because they've done post-processing with their voice, and not these guys. They sound amazing. So it's still really warm out. They're putting on a great show. He's running around like crazy. I think he ended up changing shirts 5 times during the show because he was just soaked. They were putting on a good show. And he would occasionally play a slow song, one of their slower songs. And I was secretly so happy about this because then I could sit down. And my feet, after standing in lines and dancing on this concrete ground that we were on, my feet and legs were killing me. So I was really happy for his slower songs because I got to take a break. But when there was an upbeat song, we were back up and we were dancing. It was a great show. And around 9:30, I start putting it in my husband's ear and want to wangle him and say, let's leave the concert early so we don't get stuck in traffic trying to leave. And then about 9:50, I put my foot down and I really wangle and I say, we're going. So I think my husband's a little annoyed until we got outside the stadium and he saw how many people were leaving. And we could still hear the last 2 songs. We saw the fireworks as we were walking. It was fun. I didn't feel like we missed much at all. So we were able to get out of Palo Alto with a minimal wait. We got home at like 1:45 midnight, and which is pretty reasonable actually for that drive. So my takeaway from this experience is that I will never, ever go to another concert at Stanford. Ever again. I would absolutely go see Coldplay again, just at a different venue. Mr. Toastmaster.